We had it dried out yesterday, and of course it rained again last night, so we have another muddy day. It's not too bad. It'll dry out in a few hours. We got some of the north wall started. Put up a canopy because yesterday hit 88 degrees out here. The humidity was about 70%. It was not a good day. But today we're going to get started. We got a little footer to put in right here. We'll get that dug and poured today. And then we'll go back to laying blocks. Everything's green today. We put up a stem wall, or a buttress wall in this case, at the end of the bedroom. We did that yesterday. Today we're going to finish building the bedroom wall, the north side, all the way up to 4 feet, at which point we will put concrete in it and rebar. We went ahead and drilled all the blocks. I don't know if you can see that hole or not. And we'll glue and drive the rebar in there. So today we're just, like I said, we're just going to finish this up. I've got 28 blocks laid on the west wall, north wall, in the bedroom. If you walk over here with me and you look at this hole we have here, this is where our air tube's coming through. It'll go down the back of the wall, extend down about 10-15 feet through the dirt, and it'll bring cool air in the summertime right through here and up, cool the room, and out a vent in the roof. Tomorrow we're going to finish this buttress wall, and then we're going to move on to the next wall in the bathroom. Today I finished up this north wall buttress in the bedroom, and I formed up this little lintel. I am going to put rebar in here and pour it solid all the way down to the footing, and put 3 number 4s across here to support it. This is going to be the opening for the air tube, and once I get it installed, we'll have an 18-inch metal pipe going down the back here to allow cold air to come into the house and into this room, and it'll continue on up to the other side of the building. We're going to bring it all the way up to the top, you know, all the way down from the footing, all the way up. I got about 6 more bags to put in here. It's poured. It's an 8x8 header lintel, and it'll hold about 4,000 pounds per square inch with the rebar in it and proper concrete. Tomorrow we're going to continue east. We're progressing on the wall rather slowly. Got this little bit done today with all the rain and everything else that goes on in our lives. We get a little bit of chance to do some footings, lay some block. We're going to finish up this bathroom wall today. Then we'll move on to the bedroom wall. Right there I got the footing cleaned off. You can see where the orange markings are, where the walls go. And that'll be where we go to next. Good morning, everybody. Another day in the swamp. This is what happened overnight. We had it all dried out, and we got about 1.5 inches and 2 inches of rain last night. It was a deluge. And so today I'm going to spend my day trying to get all this water out of here so we dry up, and hopefully we can do some work tomorrow. I've got the walls up where I put the 4-foot lintel on all of it. The next step is, once I get my subgrade here, I'm going to get all this leveled out, all the areas around the walls backfilled, so I can get scaffolding there for the future. I'm going to put a form on it, 8 inches tall, and pour concrete in every cavity so it's a solid concrete wall. But right now we'll come in here and bring old Yella in and start cutting it down and backfilling and get it somewhat close to subgrade. Just checked it with the laser beam, and we're pretty good. We're within about 2 inches up and 2 inches down, and that's enough to bring the box blade in here and smooth it out even nicer. And what we need, we'll have to get in a stone for our final grade for our slab, but it's coming right along. If you see all those stones there in the pile, we're going to just work our way back as we go back, and we'll get all the good clean fill as we can and put down here along the edge. I got pretty close to grade with old yellow. Now I'm gonna come in with the box blade, get it smoothed out nice and neat, and then we'll run compaction on it around the edges and see what we have to add to it. But it's real close. Yesterday I finished up getting the slab close to grade. We're about an inch off. Some high spots, some low spots. I was going to finish grading it out today, but the starter went up in my little box plate, so I had to order a new one. So it'll be here in a week or two.
A brief update on what's going on with my blackberries. It appears that not only are the deer enjoying this, the squirrels, the chipmunks, and the birds. This blackberry bush used to be all the way out here past the tree, and as you can see, all the leaves are getting eaten. We did block them from coming into here, but they apparently have found that they can go through the back and still get good things. So I think our berries are done for the year. We'll let the animals take them, and next year we'll put up a bigger protective area. Anyway, have a good week. We'll see you next week, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next week,